I'm very proud. What a great atmosphere, great conference game. Really proud of how we played. I thought that defensively we weren't great early, but we were very good at the end of the first half and then really great down the stretch. Isaiah had big rebounds. Jordan, of course, was just tremendous. I don't necessarily remember a half like that for a Spider since I've been here. So they're just tremendous, and really pleased with the win. I think very highly of George Mason, their talent level, their program, and really pleased with the win. Looking forward to Tuesday night at Duquesne.
Chris, can you elaborate a little bit on Jordan? How got open and follow-away shots with guys on it?
Yeah, he was. Tremendous. Sometimes guys are in a zone, but it doesn't last nearly that long. He hit shots from inside the arc, fading away from the basket, far outside the three-point arc. Just really, impressive and amazing, really. He was just as impressive as in the second half, when Isaiah got the three-point play, the traditional three-point play on the inbounds. It's because of Jordan's screen and because they're not because they're so focused on him, they're not helping. And his cutting got a couple of guys open in the second half as well. So, he was just tremendous. And again, I can't remember too many games being played better than that by a Richmond Spider.
A lot of folks who cover this league are surprised by the Spiders, especially given the fact that you had joining three transfers from last year and trying to get it all together. Why do you think it's worked so far?
Well, the guys we got were very good. Jordan and Delani were both all conference players at their previous schools. I feel like that. The recruiting that we did this spring has shown up, of course, right now, and I think it'll show up for a long time because we also signed Mikkel and Ryan Sulis. So, I feel like we were. I think Jordan's the best transfer that anybody's gotten this year. And I don't know every team that well, but I've thought that, since the beginning. And since the first time I talked to him, I felt like he would be a guy who would thrive at Richmond and a guy who would fit in at Richmond. And he really has been that, and Delani even more, just as much. So I just feel like we're fortunate that we had that the guys that we were able to get are such good players.
Mason's run in the second half, was it more about what they started doing or more about what you might have stopped doing?
Yeah, I think a couple things. Like they're very good at. They're very fast, and they're very good at. The play is going a certain speed, and then when it's time to score, there's a different level of speed. Whether the guy's coming off of a screen down, or the roll to the rim, or when he picks up, when the ball handler gets the ball screen. And that speed is impressive, and the change of speed makes it even more overwhelming. And I thought they did a great job of that. I don't necessarily know if their sets were that much different, but I feel like the change of speed that they had was really difficult for us to guard as they were coming back.
You guys, you and the women, both undefeated. What's different about the atmosphere in this place this year that's kind of led to that outside of the talent that both of your rosters have?
Yeah, this game was just a tremendous crowd. We're so lucky to have great fans and fans that really care about Richmond basketball. The energy in the building is really high. Our students aren't even back yet, okay? I heard a rumor that they might be coming back here next week. But our students aren't even back yet, and there's just a great crowd, great energy in the building. And I really feel like, for what people have told me, they enjoy this team. I think there's a certain energy and grit and determination this team shows that people really enjoy seeing.
You knew you were going to get speed and quickness with these transfers, and it appears you've gotten some grit as well. These guys, they're tough.
Yeah, they are. Delani, as I've said before, he's one of one. Of the guys that we've had over the years, and I think we get the best of guys. But he's just a tremendous leader, tremendous voice, tremendous character. And Jordan, to be a star player is just, very committed to the team, very committed to winning. The steal that he had late in the game, was as big as, maybe not as big as all the baskets he had, but was, just a huge play. And so, yeah, I think we did get that. Tyler Harris has been an exceptional addition for us, and I do feel like we've gotten that as well.
When he keeps moving out and shooting the threes a little bit further out
Yeah.
each time down the floor, is there a point of, like, Jordan, that's too far? Or what do you say
Yeah.
to him when he's launching from just inside the half-court line?
Yeah, well, of course, we see it a lot. My only advice to him or coaching point is don't make that your first one. Get one a little bit closer to the basket. Don't make that your first one. Once he's feeling it, the distance doesn't seem to matter too much. But when you try it on your first one, that's a little bit difficult.
How important was last week's win at Loyola to helping you? Now you go out to Duquesne, and now you go on the road, and these guys know how to win on the road at least. Now, this is a different opponent, but how big was last week's win might help you this week?
Yeah, it was huge. The road is just always difficult, and the bounce doesn't go your way, the call doesn't go your way, and everything is a little bit more difficult and a little bit more of a challenge. And so that was a huge win, because that's a very good team who really, really plays hard, has a great identity of how they want to play. So that was a great win, and hopefully we can build upon that as we go to Duquesne.
Hey, Jordan, can you start with just how you kind of heated up in the first half and kept it rolling?
Yeah, I got a good look my first shot, and I just felt good after that, and then the guys started getting me open, setting good screens, Neil, Mike, setting good ball screens in transition, Jai finding me on the wing, I just feel like my teammates helped me get more open than I was.
And what was Mason's comeback built on?
I feel like we just stopped playing hard. I feel like we thought we won the game with 13 minutes left, and we realized that 5-minute mark that it was a game, and we needed to work very hard in order to get this win.
You've had nights shooting like that before, maybe?
Yeah.
Can you describe the feeling for those of us that will never have a feeling like that?
It feels really good, I'm not going to lie, but, it's just one game, so I got to be able to build off of it. We got to go to Duquesne on Tuesday, and, hopefully I can carry this over, we can carry this over and get a win on the road.
Is there any part of you when you're hitting like that you take shots that maybe you normally wouldn't take just because you're feeling it?
I think it encourages me to take more bad shots because, I feel like it just gets me going. Once I feel like I hit 2 clean ones, then I feel like the bad ones will go in, and, coach can't really get mad at me if they go in, but if I miss them, there's a problem.
How does something like this carry over for a shooter? Is it possible? Is every game completely different?
Yeah, every game's completely different. It's all dependent on how other teams play you, but just try to read the defense. The most important thing is just getting the win. So if I got to take less shots next game in order for us to win, then I will do that.
Can we talk about that shot in the first half when you dribble penetrated, you step back, you float? I got the video. You floated through the air. How did you make that shot?
I don't know if I remember that one, but I think I just stayed on balance. Saw the rim. I think it was like one of my longer shots. Just felt good. I don't know. It just once I saw the rim, it just got bigger and it just went in.
You led the team in scoring, but you were so fiery tonight. You were getting out for the refs. You were getting out the other team. What does that show your team about how much of a competitor you are? No matter if you are leading the team in scoring, you want to win.
Yeah, I just want to win. At the end of the day, they picked us 11th in this league. No one probably thought we would start 3-0 in this conference. But every game matters to us. We're always going to be the underdog, so we just got to come out and fight every night.
How personally do you take that? You and the girls are undefeated in the A-10.
Yeah, take it very personally. We all do. It's not just me. And everyone comes every day ready to work, listen to Coach Mooney, and just execute game plans so we can get a win.
How great is Coach Mooney and his detail and everything he does for you guys?
Oh, it's really good. We just try to follow the leader as best as we can in order to get wins.
You guys are one of, I think, 15 programs in the country that have both teams undefeated at home. I can't ask you what the difference is this year because you weren't here last year, but what's it like for you playing in this kind of environment for the first time?
Oh, it's really fun, and the girls team are doing great as well. I heard they're undefeated as well. But we're all competitive. I see them working hard every day in their practices. We work hard every day in our practices. We just want to be the best teams in the conference.
A lot of conversation tonight between you and some of the guards for George Mason. You know them, or a little bit of extracurricular, or?
Yeah, I know Billups. He went to Siena when I was there, so me and him got a good relationship. But he's a competitor. You know, me and him, you know, we get a little chippy, but that's because we just love competing. It's never anything personable. We always have respect for one another.
This was an sort of uncharted territory with so many transfers coming in for Richmond.
Mhm.
How do you feel it's worked out? What makes it work? And did you have sort of reservations early in the season?
I feel like it works out because, you know, it's all because of how we get so well together. We're off the court. I started like crazy. We're really well off the court. You know, we gel, we connect, we hang out with each other, and it just translates onto the court. So like when we hold each other accountable, you know, no one takes it personally, and we just want to win. We just want to be the best.
Your long-term friend, just 1 year knowing Delani was back
Yeah.
as a starter tonight. Tell me what that means to have him back in the starting lineup.
It means everything, you know. You feel like he was a coach when he was out. He's got the dress shirt on, you know, yelling at us like he's a coach. But, you know, having him on the floor, he's an extra voice other than me, you know, just trying to get the guys going and trying to make sure that we do everything right so that we can win games.